back with another Best Ball Mania 5 draft, aka I don't know, you call it a mock draft for the 2024 season. If you're not into best ball, get an idea
Road
of
to a
where.
million.
What's that?
Road to a million.
Yeah, I mean that's why we play these contests. But some people just like to see where ADP is kind of at for when they do drafts, with their friends just in their leagues in August. So it's a good thing, good exercise for that too. But here we go. All right, what
We got the turn, boys. Got
ooh,
the turn.
I love the turn.
I don't love it this year as much. I like having a top 8 pick, but I don't. Last year, I liked the first top 5 and then kind of the turn. I didn't like that 7 to 11 area. I felt like with this year, I don't know. I want
I like
usually
top
want a
9,
top 7.
but I don't like taking Puka in the first round, to be honest.
Right, that's where my cutoff is. I want some Puka, but it's like to me that Brees Hall cutoff is to me there's a gap. I mean AJ Brown.
What about AJ? Yeah,
I like AJ Brown, but that's what I'm saying. I'd rather have. Yes, what's up, Leonard?
How we doing, bud?
I think AJ. I always take AJ Brown over Puka.
I do too.
That's why I said top 9.
Yeah. So,
I'd rather. My favorite area is 4 or 5, and just getting whether it's.
Yeah.
I mean, Lamb never falls. I'm just CMC. I get it. He could crush again, but I just really want these receivers this year, and I want to be overweight on all of them.
I feel like maybe
Jefferson, but
so many times I just have to go with McCaffrey at 1 because it doesn't happen very often. You don't get the first pick all the time. So
I know I've been doing it though. I've been taking Lamb at the 101, and
here and there.
I had 2 of those slow drafts that I entered the Pomeranian in. I got the first overall, and I flipped them. I did CD 1, CMC another, just trying to get exposure. To both. Yeah.
I think consistently, depending on how many drafts you do, when you do a ton of them, if you take Lamb at the 101, you will probably end up underweight CMC and overweight Lamb.
Right.
But if you are doing not as many and you don't know how many, opportunities you'll have to get the 101 or 102, it makes sense to maybe split it up a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I think 8%, right? 8% is with the field. That's you just decide what players you want to be under that 8%.
All right. So we're looking at Gibbs, Marvin Harrison, Drake London.
This is why I don't
go 2 receivers, or you want to go get Gibbs exposure?
I mean, do you want to get a share of Marvin Harrison? I know we did it on other draft.
Yeah, I'm fine with both receivers or Gibbs in one of them.
Well, what do you want to go with, Nick?
I definitely like Marvin Harrison.
Okay.
I think he's going to have crazy target share, so I think.
I also want to have some Kyler, and I really would like to have Marvin Harrison with him when I do take Kyler.
Agreed.
So every single time Kyler. Oh yeah, we need a pick here.
I'm good with Drake or Gibbs. I don't really care. It's like a coin flip.
I'll say London or Gibbs. I don't think we've taken any Gibbs this year, but I'm
good with
Gibbs. Let's go Gibbs. I feel like we've. I think we went Marvin Harrison, Drake London the last time we had the turn as well. So
I think we did.
Yeah.
Right.
The funny thing about Gibbs is everyone looks and they say, "Oh, all right, yeah, he was a top 10 back," but everyone forgets that he really didn't start playing that role until week 8 after the bye. So
yeah, they definitely.
I think it's like him, Brees, and Bijan all have a chance to be the 1 of 1 next year.
I don't think Gibbs can. I do think Brees or Bijan can. I don't think Gibbs is there yet outside of a Montgomery.
Yeah.
Yeah, Monty he snakes those goal line carries.
I think Brees, to be honest, I still stand by it. He's my top running back this year.
I have Bijan just slightly ahead of him, but Bijan would be my 1-1.
I do think
Reese is right there,
Bijan.
though.
I'm trying to think. Like I do think Bijan is extremely talented. Last year, I was saying I thought he was going to be the best back in the league, like just talent wise in his
Yeah.
first year. He just never. They just didn't use him right in that first year. They split it up way too much. He's going to have a much bigger role now, but
Competent
Completely
coaching.
different offense.
it's going to be close though. I think Bijan or Brees is finishing as the top running back. I think they're going to supplant CMC.
You're just out on CMC this year?
I mean, I'm not out. Like, I get he has a path. Like, he's CMC. Like, if he just stays healthy but just getting older, I could see them wanting to do kind of a Kelsey-like thing where they do mix in Mitchell, Garendo, and try
Kinda
to
stay
ease the load a
CMC.
bit so in the playoffs that he can
Yeah.
be very healthy. And then I'd be in like DFS, I'll load up on CMC in the playoffs. I think it could be last year. Kelsey was like my biggest fade in the first round. I think it's going to be CMC this year.
Yeah. I think my hottest running back take this year is I think everyone is so overlooking Saquon Barkley. Like talent-wise, I think he is top 3 running back. And I think now he has the best offensive line. The Eagles are still a pretty run-heavy team. And I don't understand, like I really truly do not understand why everyone's not going nuts about Saquon on the Eagles.
I think the one hang up is
for a running back.
Yeah, no doubt. But I think the one hang up that people are having and maybe taking like a Bijan, Brees, CMC, even like JT and Gibbs over him is because of Hurts. Like Hurts just snaking goal line touches. I know Kelsey retired, so there's a chance that they use that tush push less. But yeah, no, I think he's set up for success. That O-line, even though they lost Kelsey, is still one of the top in the league.
My other argument is maybe not like necessarily like yeah, I think he should go ahead of Kyron, like for sure. Did he?
Yes.
Well, he did go ahead of Kyron. Okay.
Yeah, Kyron's been falling.
So I think for sure, like ranking wise, you have to put at least CMC, Bijan, Brees. It gets way dicier with Saquon, Taylor, Gibbs.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, I think running backs in general, people in this tournament want receivers. So, like, it causes them to go. Like, in season long, I think Saquon could be a first-round pick or an early second.
Yeah.
Like in redraft. But in best ball, in this particular tournament, people just want receivers because of the value of running back later on. And
yeah. To me, his floor is RB4 and his ceiling's RB1. That's where I have him right now. So
I don't know if you can say he's just guaranteed to do better than Taylor and Gibbs.
I mean, you could say the same argument you just had for Hurts with Anthony Richardson.
Yeah, but
hold on, let's pick this up in a minute.
Yeah. I would say Pittman and Tank would be my 2 favorites here.
That's fine.
I'm fine with getting a Pittman share past ADP. It opens up Anthony Richardson too.
Yeah.
And then
we could even go McBride.
No,
we really wanted to load up Arizona.
I don't like him right here.
Okay.
I'll
Tank
say
or T probably then for me.
I'll say Tank or that's good. I'd say Tank.
I like Tank.
All right.
I'm not afraid of Tank this year. I'm a little bit more hesitant on Nico, where he's being drafted. I just think Diggs is going to eat into his target share more than Tank.
Tank's role just seems so different than everyone else.
Exactly.
His role just seems like it's going to stay the same regardless.
Hopefully, except for putting him in on goal line blocking situations. Hopefully that part of his role changes a little bit.
Yeah, maybe they can take him out for that.
Yeah. Yeah, let's Leonard was hoping we were going to do a Arizona stack here.
Yeah, I mean, that was an option. Like, it would be a little bit of a reach on McBride, but like there's still some late stacks you can get.
Is it
also with Skyler.
what is it Michael Wilson?
Well, Zay Jones, right? He's there.
Zay Jones too, yeah.
That's who I prefer over Michael
Over
Wilson.
Wilson.
Yeah,
I think Trey McBride's awesome. My problem with I almost feel like right now the ADP is reflecting more of like dynasty value. A lot of these younger tight, specifically in the
I
tight
think
end
it's
position.
semi justified. I think it's a slight, but I don't think it's like crazy ADP.
But he put up like 140 points last year. He was the sole target
But
leader on that
he
team.
didn't come on till later in the year. Remember?
That's true.
Yeah. He had some good weeks late. He was getting like 14 targets a game towards the end of the
Yeah,
year.
he wasn't like in the same role he was at the end of the season. At the beginning, it completely shifted.
So yeah, I see what you're. I mean, obviously they get Marvin Harrison Jr. in there to effectively eat at some of those targets. You would think.
Yeah, a little bit. I feel like the Laporta effect is just maybe around McBride and Kincaid. They're just a little too high for me.
Yeah.
Kincaid, I want with Josh Allen. I do not. And McBride is another one that like when I take him, I do prefer getting Kyler with him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
I love like George Kittle. He's put up 170 points the past 2 seasons. I mean, if you really think that they're going to fade CMC, like Kittle's going to stay involved. And he's like a couple rounds later. So to me, I feel like I'm getting very similar value. Just the guys in the 3 and 4 range.
Just take. You just got to take. All you need is Pitts, and you can just forget about it.
Him too. That's what I mean. It's like
what? Well, let's go down the list. Alex, who's your? What are your favorite stacks this year?
I'm a bit of a homer here, but I do love me some Chicago Bears stacks this year.
Yep.
I know we took a bunch early on. I've been saying it since the draft. The most excited I've been about a Bears team, and especially having what you would think is an offense for the first time in years. So definitely going to be overweight on Bears stacks and prioritize those.
Okay. Let's go. We'll get right back to it once we make our.
Yeah.
Did Pitts
I'd
go?
vote like.
No, wait, scroll up. I swear you just scrolled past Pitts on purpose.
Ooh.
Oh,
Not on
Richardson, for sure.
Yeah.
I like Joe Mixon and Kyle Pitts here.
Yep. Or Kung Fu
I
King,
say Kyle Pitts.
All right. Pitts it is.
All right, sweet.
We know you stand Kyle Pitts, BB. We know you stand him. I said it. We know you stand Kyle Pitts.
Speaking of favorite stacks, I love that you can do a Drake London, Kyle Pitts. I even like Darnell Mooney.
Kirk Cousins is right now my highest owned stack.
Yeah,
because I have so much London, I have so much Pitts, and he goes so late. I get it. The Achilles is scary, but if everyone knew he was healthy, he would be going much higher in that offense. And so I think Kirk Cousins is one of the best values. I like trying to think of early. Jalen Hurts is probably my favorite.
Yeah, I was going to say, whenever I'm at the 9 or 10 spot, I will religiously go AJ Brown, Saquon, and Jalen Hurts, if possible. That's probably like my favorite stack. And then
Caleb's obviously up there for me. I've taken so much DJ Moore and Rome Odunze. I take some Keenan Allen, but I have an insane amount of Moore and Odunze.
Yep. Nailed it.
And then Trevor Lawrence is probably my other biggest one. I have a lot of Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, I'm not on that train as much as you are for sure.
T-Law, Christian Kirk, as you guys know, is one of my go-to targets. Evan Ingram, I'll take him when I know that I don't have a quarterback yet and I'm setting up a later stack. I think his ADP is out of control.
Me too.
It's 120.
He was top 5 in tight end targets last year. I've been taking him even blind.
Well, I'm not talking about Ingram's ADP. I think Ingram's
Oh.
ADP is right where it should be. Trevor Lawrence's ADP, I think, is ridiculous at 120.
So he's in a range with Tua, Goff, Herbert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the Lions stack
I like
too.
Gabe Davis, where you can get Gabe Davis. So I'm in on the Jags.
I was going to say the Lions as well, Nick.
If you look at how many points are coming out of that offense, just in the first couple rounds, you got Amon-Ra, Gibbs, Sam Laporta, and even Montgomery put up 200 points for a running back as like an RB2 on that team technically. So they're just like a fantasy juggernaut.
They also play like, I think it's 2 games that aren't indoors.
Oh yeah, I was just with Corey and I was telling him they play 4 games that aren't dome games this year.
Yeah.
So they got obviously Chicago and Green Bay
right
in the division, and then there's 2 more teams I'm forgetting. But
the thing is, those Chicago Green Bay games, like that could also set up for some higher scoring games if they're just forced to throw because the offenses are playing well.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a big Jordan Love guy, but if one of the games goes off, well, yeah, they have all those dome games and
crazy.
Inside,
Golf is just a different animal in a dome.
I feel like Jordan Love's pretty overlooked this offseason too. I mean, he was QB5 last year, and he had a lot of rookie receivers, Wicks and Jaden Reed. I think both those guys are going to progress, and then Christian Watson fully healthy. And I mean, you could say like wide receiver 4 talent wise is Romeo Dubes. So I think he's got plenty of good options.
All right, we are on the clock.
I like Najee. I think this is a good spot to get our second running back.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we should get a running back here. I'm fine with. Let's see if there's a correlation. No.
I like Jameson Williams too.
Yeah, Swift or Najee.
Let's go Najee.
And then I think Christian Watson or Jameson Williams.
Yeah, I'm fine with either of those guys.
I like
Christian Watson was going in the 4th round last year. I mean, if he stays healthy, he's going to crush this ADP. I think he's the number 1 guy still. But I'm fine with Jameson.
Who did you say, Nick?
I like Jameson.
All right.
Reynolds is gone. He's going to have less competition. He has some more experience under his belt.
We can get Goff then too.
Set up for a good season.
That would
Goff
open up I hate getting Goff without Amon-Ra, but it's or Laporta.
Yeah, I mean Gibbs catches a ton out of the backfield, and I think we're all pretty high on Jameson. So
that's true. Right now, our stacks we're looking at are what bye week is Indy?
Week 14.
Okay, that one. So right now we're looking still at Kyler though.
Yep.
Wait, did we just pass him up, or did he already get taken?
Kyler.
Oh yeah, he already got someone took him really
early, but pretty early. I guess they had McBride. It was like without anybody, they took him that early, but they had Trey.
Yeah, that would have.
A couple of other stacks. Andy B is targeting Jaden Daniels to Scary Terry and Joe Burrow to Chase.
Well, yeah, Burrow to Chase. Obviously, love that one. I think Chase is going. I'm going to say he's going to finish as the wide receiver 1 this year. I take Chase ahead of Tyreek. To me, that my rankings are like Lamb, Chase, CMC, Tyreek, and then so on as Brees, etc. But Jaden Daniels, I like. I love Scary Terry, but I don't know. His ADP might be a little too rich for me.
I'm like on the opposite side of you. Big surprise, PB.
I mean, because I'd rather just get. They did draft Luke McCaffrey. They used decently high draft capital. Then they have obviously Dotson. So I'm not confident Jaden Daniels to Scary Terry is going to be the connection. Like Dotson
Oh, I am.
Could very well be the guy.
I think he's the perfect complementary wide receiver. He runs a lot of streak routes, which is what Daniels was amazing at in college. And McLaurin's always been kind of this like tier 3 wide receiver. I don't think that's where his talent is. I think he's just been hamstrung by terrible QB play his entire career. And I've said the same. I think Malik Neighbors is going to fall into that same camp until, he gets someone besides Danny Dimes, which is why I'm, not very bullish on him. But I think McLaurin is finally going to get a good shot here at some fantasy success. So,
I mean,
I love-
I see it. Like
love-
I've always loved Scary Terry, and
He just has never had anyone to throw him the ball.
well,
He's
let's
still-
go. I guess we'd have to
I'm not
go
afraid of Dotson. Like, I mean, he's good, but I don't think like he's a better talent.
We'll go to the draft board after this pick because I want to see what the other. I think it has to do with the other picks around him that I'm just way higher on, which makes
Yeah,
me
he's
on
in a
the way.
good range. There's
All right.
a lot of
We are up, boys.
I like Mike Williams.
I mean, I like
I feel like Trey Benson.
Lockett. I like Lockett.
I don't love Lockett this year. I think JSN's gonna start to take over.
Yeah, we can do Trey Benson.
Come on. Oh,
well,
Lockett. What the fuck?
Well,
I'm
it
happy
just,
we got
lagged.
Lockett.
It lagged with 3 seconds left.
I saw that.
Yeah, usually it goes to 0 and you still have 1 second to make
Yeah.
a pick.
Well, there was 3 on there, and I clicked it 4 times, and it didn't go through.
I mean, I'm fine. I Lockett is one of my. Well, really, it's all the Seattle guys. I don't see how one of, especially JSN or Lockett, is not paying off their price tag. I think another.
Sometimes
That was a good auto pick though. Last Curtis Samuel, we made it work last stream, but that one worked out.
I like JSN more than Lockett this year.
Yeah, I mean, most people would say the same, but he goes 2 rounds ahead. I'm just saying I want to be in on Seattle pass catchers, kind of that's just where I'm at with.
I do like where DK is going at right now.
Yeah, I have some of him too. I'm just overweight Seattle, so I guess that's another. I do have Geno
late second round.
You think Geno bounces back to a top 10 fantasy QB like he
I don't
did?
think he has to bounce back to top 10. You can take him in 3 quarterback builds. You can take him with a Hurts, so you have your elite quarterback, and then you get Geno as your second super late. So he doesn't have to be a top 10 quarterback. He'll have top 10 weeks, I think, and that's what you'd want. But it just all comes down to how you build teams with him.
Yeah. He goes late where you're not putting a ton of capital into him.
Right.
Yeah, he goes 175.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if I'm getting a big quarterback, I pretty much wait until the end.
There's a lot of late quarterbacks. I like the elite ones. There's some in the middle that I like, but Geno, I'm fine with. I think Will Levis is a fine target.
Right.
I mean, they loaded him up.
I think Jordan Love's the best QB value in my opinion, but I also really like.
He's one of my least favorite quarterback picks.
That's all right. I think Drake May's a guy I always target at the end.
Drake May's another one.
I think he could have some good rushing upside.
Derek Carr is okay.
Gross.
Deshaun Watson. I don't know. He's
that's
got to be one of the best late round guys.
Him and Baker.
I drastically prefer Deshaun over.
I do like Rodgers this late too. I know Corey's been pounding that drum, and I agree with him. I mean, being able to get Mike Williams as late as you do.
We see who else we got, Alex.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good. You're good. Getting Mike Williams as late as you can, and then even Corley even later than that, and it's still Aaron Rodgers. Assuming he's healthy, one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah.
Should probably get.
Did we end up taking Mike Williams?
No, we took Lockett and Trey Benson.
Oh, right.
The computer chose Lockett. All right.
What are some of our other quarterback options with our receivers?
So we got Kyler, already got, and Goff.
Well, should we get Downs here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good with that. And then
I'm good with Goff as QB too.
I don't think
I know no Monroe and Laporta sucks, but
Goff's gone.
Yeah.
I'll say Chase Brown or Zeke. I think we should.
I'd rather Zeke. I don't want to take an RB2 here.
All right.
I mean, Zach Moss proved plenty efficient last year, especially on Cincinnati. They're obviously pass heavy. I think Zach Moss will take a lion's share. I'm not too high on Chase Brown at all.
That's a backfield that I take Moss, I take Chase Brown, and I just don't know how a Bengals running back isn't going to end up being valuable.
Yeah,
but that's kind of the range of all these running backs. Najee Moore, one of them's paying off.
Mixon was a great fantasy player, really overlooked. You know, had some amazing weeks. I think he put up 40 points one week last year. So.
Yep.
You know, they're definitely going to run the ball a little bit. So I'm with you there, PB. I just think it'll be majority Zach Moss. I don't see why not.
I don't know. Chase Brown showed some promise.
Did he?
Yeah, he had some nice little look at some of his plays from last year.
I am excited about Jermaine Burton. I think he's in a good spot to take on the
he's a good stack partner for Burrow.
Yeah. I think he'll beat out Trent Irwin.
but
Crocodile Hunter.
He's just like this deep ball guy, and I ideally want that with Burrow.
I guess he was good at Bama, but there's just some concerns around him that probably made him drop a little.
Yeah, it was like character stuff, right?
Yeah. But that's a perfect fit for Cincinnati. They always go after those type of guys, like Montez Perfect.
Coming from an unbiased Browns fan, huh? Who's quarterback we don't need to mention.
Wasn't convicted. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. All right, so we got.
What do you guys think of Marshawn Lloyd?
I like Lloyd.
He's
a perfect zero running back candidate and could have a role right out the gate as well.
Yeah.
So all aboard that train. He was also one of my favorite. He was like one of my top guys for the running back draft prospects.
Yeah. One of the things I think it was interesting how committed they were to AJ Dillon, even though he didn't have a ton of success, and he played in spots where Aaron Jones was out full games, and like he just never really panned out, but they kind of still kept him in the mix no matter what. So I think that's bullish for Marshawn Lloyd. He should be able to, have some sort of role on that team pretty early.
Yeah.
Yeah. We should think of our plan of attack. Let's go to quarterback just to think of our plan for the.
If Kirk is there, we do have Pitts, and then we could get Mooney.
Oh, good call.
I like that.
There. Deshaun, we were just talking about.
I would say
Judy's gone by now, but you could still
Geno's a late option because we have Lockett.
Yeah.
I would say let's go the Kirk route.
Yeah, if he's there, I think that's the pick.
Make sure Mooney's still here.
He's going to be. He's like 148, I think.
Oh, no.
Kirk just went.
Okay, so let's get off the running back or quarterback for now.
Yeah.
156, 157.
I like just throwing it out there. Maybe you could go Hunter Henry and
Drake May.
I say
Tony-
one
Tony
of these.
Gibson,
I say
man.
one of these running backs. Whatever you like, Alex.
Jeez.
Oh, Jalen Wright. Okay.
Got it.
I was going to say Tony Gibson, Hunter Henry, and then you could build a New England stack late.
Well, do we go Deshaun Watson? And we would have to. I mean, the only stack would be. I think we probably have to go Geno with Lockett,
rather
and then we
do
can get
Geno.
Noah. We can get Noah Fant.
Okay, so then who are we going here?
Probably a receiver.
Slick Rick.
I like Troy Franklin.
No, I don't want Troy Franklin.
All
Yes.
right.
I
go.
love Troy. I love Troy Franklin too, but like it was just a word. Like he just completely slipped on the draft board, which is a major red flag. 2, he ended up in Denver, who they have Sutton, they
Bo
have
Nix.
Marvin Mims, who they really like.
Statistically speaking, Troy Franklin and Bo Nix were one of the best college duos out there. So I think that'll carry over. Is it going to be Burrow and Chase? Probably not. But I think that could bring some early success to Troy Franklin being Bo Nix's safety valve and a guy he knows and trusts out there. I think that's big for a rookie quarterback too, for Bo Nix.
But also, I don't know what Troy Franklin does for this team we're building. Like
Just
we
a
already.
boomer bust guy. I mean,
But I'm saying we made a bet on we took Montgomery and who else? We took like 2 Detroit guys.
Jameson.
Oh no, we took Gibbs in the second
Jameson.
round and
Jameson.
Jameson Williams. They play San Fran in week 17. Like to me, like Ricky Pearsall just is like a tiebreaker. Like you just go in on that game.
yeah, he's just very far down the target list. I think he's gonna have
They could still
show
trade
out.
Debo or someone like that before the season starts.
Debo, Ayuk, Kittle, McCaffrey, Juwan
No, but they could
Johnson,
trade. They
Austin
could get rid of
Ekeler.
Debo before the season starts.
Yeah, I feel like trades are pretty rare at this point.
I don't know. We'll see.
All right, so we're going Geno here. And who do we want with the second pick?
What are tight end options there?
Cade, Conklin, likely Fant. So we could go
It's got to be Fant, right? Like,
Yeah, you got to go Fant with
the stack.
and then we can get Roshan or Khalil Herbert, like
I like Herbert
as one of our last running back picks.
Yeah, we'll have 204, 205 after this.
I like Herbert a lot because Swift is always good for a nice 4-game injury stretch.
Well, Herbert just went, so
Looks like it'll be.
Well, it's fine. We still got our guys here in Seattle.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I mean, and all the Giants guys are there late for the Indy run back.
I actually really like Jalen Wright, by the way.
Jalen Wright was my favorite running back prospect, and then again, he just ended up in not a great situation.
Very scary spot behind Mostert and A-Chain for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, I think he's very valuable if A-Chain got injured or something. So it's still worth it to me to take a handcuff type pick.
Yeah.
There, but
like a sneaky great dynasty or keeper league pick. Probably someone you could get later on.
Yeah. But yeah, I love him as like a prospect.
Yeah. Mostert's probably got one more year and then he'll probably step right in.
Yeah, his tires are about to fall off.
Yeah.
He's like 30 something, right?
He's 31 right now.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't play a ton at the beginning of his career.
He's 32.
Yeah. Oh, he's 32. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. He didn't play a ton at the beginning of his career, so he's definitely been able to obviously had a great year last year. But yeah, I agree. I think
he'll be 32 and a half when the season starts.
Yeah, I think A-Chain is for sure going to be the lead back there.
Yeah, and Mostert's always dealt with injuries. That's only going to increase with age.
Yep. All right, who do we like here for some of our last picks? I think we've
I would,
got a
I
pretty
mean,
good construction going.
Roshan's there. I say Roshan, and then a Giants receiver for the Colts run back. So whether it's Wandell, Slayton, Jalen Hyatt, one of those three.
Wandell's gone. Slayton's there. Hyatt is there.
And then, yeah, one of the Giants receivers should be there.
Slayton.
Well, Slayton just got taken, so
Yeah.
I've been taking a lot of Devontae Walker late.
why?
I think he's kind of in a Puka Nakua type of spot for me where
There we go. You've been sick. Yeah, we have 2 rounds left, Nick. Please,
It always happens right when we have 2 rounds left.
yeah.
please.
I was just telling you what I've been going with, but
Well, you started lagging
He's-
right when this happened, so I think that's like a sign that we shouldn't talk about him. Like, you're still lagging.
It's like the internet auto drafting locket for us, so we can get our Geno stack in.
This is a sign that Nick shouldn't have input with these last 2 picks.
the world's just cutting me off.
Can't even hear.
Oh man, we are losing him fast.
All right, we're almost there. 2 more picks.
2 more.
Am I back?
Kind of.
Nope.
Audio
nope,
is, but video is
not back.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I'm
Oh,
gonna take it. Let's see if that helps. Nope, still frozen.
oh well, if that wasn't a sign right there, I think
Yeah,
we're gonna have both our picks here.
Our guys, yeah, this guy's got to go tight end.
There we go. Beautifully wrapped up with some of that.
All right, so we got
correlation.
we got the Richardson Pittman down stack. We've got the Geno Lockett Fant stack. We got the Ricky Pearsall as a run back, and then who's our Indy run back?
Jalen Hyatt.
Hyatt, yeah.
Yeah, Corey, I know you're watching. When Hyatt's gonna have to win the what's wrong when Hyatt goes for 102 on the Colts, it's gonna help us win all that money.
Oh, going heavy week 17. All right.
Well, yeah, we already summed up the team right before this draft's even completed.
Yeah, I mean we had a chance to try and get the Jameson, Gibbs, Goff stack going. Goff got taken ahead of us, so we pivoted to Geno.
Yeah, it worked out. Anthony Richardson's considered like an elite quarterback based off of draft capital, so
yeah,
you have to take him like 2 quarterback with him. But that'll do it for this week's full schedule of live streams. We'll be back next week, same time, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Central. Please leave a like and subscribe, and we will see you Monday.